What's going on, y'all? The Oklahoma City Thunder get a big-time win tonight over the Denver Nuggets in what felt like a playoff-type atmosphere, a playoff-type game. Both teams that know how to win a championship knew what was at stake. And the craziest part is we get to see this game again back in Oklahoma City in just 9 days. So there was a lot that happened in this game. We got to unpack it. We got to break it down. And of course, before we do that, as always, I want to hear from y'all. So join the discussion. Let me know what you guys thought about the Oklahoma City Thunder's overtime win against the Denver Nuggets. If you're new to the channel, hit that like. We would love to have you be a part of the channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button too. But yes, the Oklahoma City Thunder get the dub over the Denver Nuggets tonight in overtime, 127-121, where SGA didn't have to play a second in overtime. And of course, you kept hearing many people allude to it, but it looked like SGA was on a minute restriction, whether or not they said he was, or whether or not we knew he was on a minute restriction. That's why he didn't play in overtime. But a phenomenal performance by SGA in his first game back. Not the best shooting performance from the field, where he went 12 of 29, but in 34 minutes, he had 36 points. It was a really hard 36 points. If you watch that game, he was constantly getting doubled. They were constantly trying to beat him up. 9 total assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 really big-time blocks. He was a plus 16 in the plus or minus category with only 1 turnover. SGA was just fantastic. Additionally, something that I really liked that we talked about 2 days ago on the recent video, we talked about Jared McCain and his impact that he would have when SGA got back on the court, which was Jared McCain is a sharpshooter. He's a guy that can help create his own shot, and he never stops moving. And that's the reason why Jared McCain finds himself open so often. And multiple times tonight, you saw Jared McCain, while SGA is on the court, find himself open because he's constantly moving, and the defense is having to focus their attention on SGA. And then when Jared McCain would hit a 3, the defense would have to go respect Jared McCain because you know he can go out there and beat you. You might be saying, well, how much did Jared McCain have tonight? I don't feel like he had a big impact. In 19 minutes, 14 points on 6 of 8 shooting, 2 of 3 from 3. So although maybe you didn't feel like you heard Jared McCain as much, I promise you Jared McCain made a massive difference tonight in his ability to go and create his own shot, keep the movement going. You got Chet Holmgren tonight with 15 points, going with 21 rebounds. Career high there. This is what we've wanted to see from Chet. For the Thunder fans that have felt frustrated there, this is what you want to see from Chet in these big-time games against a guy like Jokic. And then, of course, talking about Jokic, where he definitely had his worst shooting performance of the year. Still, pretty good output from his part on the rebounding side of the game and on the assists. But we got to talk about that technical foul between him and J. Will that ultimately led to the flagrant 2 because of the trip, which, have your own opinion there. I don't think it deserved a flagrant 2, maybe a flagrant 1. But Joker literally turned into the Joker. And this is going to be a meme for a while. I'm glad we get this game in 9 days because this type of energy is what makes these types of games great. I think so many people want to talk about the Thunder and the Spurs being this great rivalry. And although the Spurs and the Thunder might have a chance to regain that rivalry, to me, the Nuggets is a bigger rivalry here. They just fought in a 7-game series to basically advance to the NBA Finals. Whoever won that game was going to go to the NBA Finals and win it, right? Even though it was the second round, it felt like that was going to be the person that decided who got a championship. Every single regular season game between these two, it is just that elite level of play style. And you saw it tonight. Joker wasn't going to hold back. And although he wasn't having his perfect shooting percentage or didn't have the great shooting performance that he would normally have, he made his presence felt. I mean, he had 17 rebounds, 14 assists, only 3 turnovers, didn't have a block. He did have a steal, though. Jamal Murray, I think so many people forget how good and how great he can be. Tonight, he showed you how good he could be, still being sick, not shooting too well, but Jamal Murray was sick. 12 of 26 from the field, 39 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. If Joker's playing well and Jamal Murray are playing well, the Denver Nuggets are easily one of the top 3 best teams in the league. And I think you can argue after what you saw tonight, they're still probably a top 3 team in the league. You can try to figure out who those top 3 are. You had Christian Braun tonight for the Nuggets, 23 points as well. This was just an incredible game all the way around. This is what you want in regular season matchups between 2 championship level contender teams. And I mean, I think this picture, it has a million words, guys. I mean, this was playoff type atmosphere. This is what makes the NBA great. So, wanted to quickly talk about the game, talk about the Thunder's victory tonight, especially with SGA not playing in overtime. You got to imagine that feels a little deflating for the Denver Nuggets, knowing that you got beat without SGA in overtime. I also would imagine that if it really came down and they needed him in overtime, maybe they'll throw him out there for like a minute or two if you really needed a bucket. But you didn't need him. You didn't even have to find that out. So jump in the comments below, join the discussion. If you're new to the channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We'll see y'all next time.